Welcome to the first episode of Let's Figure This Out. I don't want to say this is an episode because I feel like we're going to get to episode 100 and hopefully anyway. And it'll just be
saying
welcome to episode 300. No. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat.
The group
Welcome
chat
to
that's
the
online.
group chat. Welcome to the online group chat. Let's
Exactly.
keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
What did we try and figure out this week? I feel like I had it up to like my eyeballs with Ara this week in the meetings. She wants to constantly hop around to whoever she feels like going to meet in the meetings. She doesn't want to sit still. She's like, Mommy, can we go outside? Mommy, I want to do this. Mommy, I'm hungry. Can I have my snacks? Can I have milk? It's constantly asking for stuff. Yeah, she's 3. Meanwhile, Faye is in the corner trying to open every single door she sees and she thinks she has access to. And she is definitely not sitting still. So I feel like I have different just challenges with just trying to get them sitting. And I'm not asking for them to answer up, just sit still in the meeting.
But R is 3. Feifei is 18 months.
I
They're
know.
not going to sit.
I
It's not within their nature to actually sit for.
But they will sit for Baby Finn and
they will sit
Chocolate.
for Bluey.
They will happily sit for that for 3 hours.
To be
watching
fair,
TV.
that's true. But that's like engaging. That's like they're getting feedback. Or like a tablet.
So how do
constantly
we
pressing.
engage, or what do we do to engage? Or not? I mean, I'm not trying to dance and sing for them in the meeting, but like, what do we do to get them to actually just
Sit down.
sit?
I feel like for one, very very quick because the twins are 5 now, and like the Vigo is 10 months old. But with the twins, first of all, they were COVID babies, so we didn't go to the meetings until they were like a year and a half. I know it was bliss. It was, and then we got there, and I was like, "What is this? What is this? This is not cool." So, but I realized very quickly that like I think my expectation had to change of what I expected of them. And I brought a lot of stuff. I had snacks, I had books, I had toys, I had anything you could think of. I was whipping out everything.
5 minutes, every 5 minutes.
I was whipping out everything. But I think
true.
now, as they've gotten older, they've gotten used to, they know what is happening more and more. They know Thursday evenings, we're going to the meeting, they carry their book bags, they take the things that they actually want with them. And then they, for the most part, they're actually a lot more, they sit. So there is light at the end.
How long do they sit for?
At the end. Mooney's better, I would say. Mooney's better.
I feel like it depends on the kid.
Yeah,
as well.
I feel like it does. Mari is more, will I say scatterbrain? Mari is easily distracted. So he just needs to slightly see a phone or a tablet in the corner of his eye. And he's there. He's gone. He is gone. But at the same time, if you engage him, or if he's engaged in, some sort of activity, or if his friends are around, then he's more likely to sit. He's more likely to stay. But Moini, they will, so I would say on a good day, maybe like a good 15, 20 minutes. Not still. You still have to
they're looking for stuff.
Exactly.
You
You still have to occupy them, and you still have to watch them. But they're more controlled.
I don't know.
Give it 2 years.
2 feels like a lifetime right now. I think
Give it 2 years.
so. We actually asked this question to a couple of other moms we know, and we had some very interesting
some insight
feedback. So Jess has a 4-year-old, and she said that as soon as they get to the meeting, they sit at the front. They sit at the front, and it's actually worked for her because her son tends to concentrate a bit more. So there's not that many distractions in front of you. You just have the platform, and you don't have people that you're looking at and all of that. So she said it's worked for her because she's able to at least get her son to sit for a little while.
Yeah, no.
No, it's a hard no. I'm sorry.
It's a real negative. No thanks. no thanks.
Not
I
interested.
feel like the chaos they can really cause at the, and then they'll now cause the chaos at the front. You now have to take all of them all the way back. No, thank you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah,
that's true. I mean, I think maybe because she's done it from the beginning, that maybe that's why it's worked. Because if I was to start that now, it would just. Yeah. They would walk on the stage.
In fact, I feel like they would even call us out. Like, Mommy, why are we turning all the way?
Good point. Clara would be like, this is not what we said. What is happening?
Why are we going all the way? Right in the middle of the meeting.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, no.
I think if you start it from very early on and they don't know any better, then it might be okay and it might work.
Try it.
Kids adapt.
Try it.
Anyone does want to try it, then
let me
absolutely. You're welcome to.
So I've got Nicole's answer here. She said she's got 3 kids. She has a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a newborn. And she says is that once they get to the meeting, she outsources her kids. I guess the older ones. I guess the older ones to other families. And sometimes she said even other families who don't have children. Yeah, that's more my wavelength for sure. I'm very good at outsourcing my parenting responsibilities to other people. Yeah. And it's so funny because I don't know if you find like because a lot of people come up to me whenever the kids have stayed with them. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, your kids are so well behaved." Mm-hmm. I'm like, who are you talking about? No. What kids do you like? It's so wild.
I know.
Like that, they always say that. So I don't know. Maybe I feel like that's worked to some extent.
I agree. Actually, to be fair, Ara has her friends, and she would go to them happily. It's just I need to kind of. It's gotten a little out of control because she would go to one person for 5 minutes, come and she's like, "Mommy, I want snacks." She takes the snacks, runs off to someone else. She comes back.
She's yo-yoing.
So she's constantly hopping. And I'm like, no, we need to sit down because one time she tried to go to the front of the stage and go around, and I was like, nah, bring that back, please. Come back and sit down in your seat. So I feel like she's getting a little excited about that, and I obviously love that she has so many people in the hall that she can go to. But I feel like. She probably just needs to hone it in a little bit. But I think it's a great idea. I think it's a really good idea having your kids sit with someone else. I do think that comes with, I don't know, because someone else said in that conversation, well, if your kids sit with someone else in a meeting, how are you sure that, they're doing things that you want them to do?
I think that's maybe, I don't know, it depends on who it is. It depends on what kind of relationship they have with you as maybe the parents and also your kids. Maybe if they have kids of their own. So I think there's different things that play into it, but also whether or not they even want your kids with them.
Yeah,
but you might be in a hall where they don't want your children, so don't give them your child if they don't want your child.
Another one that we had, I think you can say this.
Buki. She said, yes, so she's got 2 kids. She's got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. And she said when they were younger, and even at some point now with the 3-year-old, she has a timer. She sets a timer. After a certain point when she takes them out, gives them a couple of minutes, either to do whatever they need to do. So either just go for a walk, shake a leg, have something to eat, and then she brings them back. So I feel like that's very practical. I didn't necessarily have a timer with the twins, but I definitely know that when they were a lot younger, that when we could tell that they were getting very antsy or just itchy feet, we would just take them out, take them to the kitchen, just give them water, let them see somewhere else, and then bring them back in.
To be honest, I don't do that personally, but there's a lovely sister in my hall who actually helps to take the girls out and just, especially Faye, and just get her to just decompress a little bit. I do see the value in doing that, especially for really young kids. It's just getting them to the scenery for a little bit. obviously it's very frustrating because when they're watching Bluey and whatever else
They
on
don't
TV,
need any change
they
of
have to sit
scenery.
for 3 hours
They're
with their
comfortable.
eyes not moving.
Yeah.
Focus
glued.
on that screen. But somehow in the meeting it's like, well, no, I'm sorry, I need something else. So
Yeah.
I think it's a little annoying, but it's it's fine. They're kids.
Yeah.
They need to.
I think we just need, and I think we also you just know your kids, and some people
Yeah.
they just know that their kids after some time they need that.
Yeah.
They literally just need that out of necessity. Otherwise, it all just goes chaotic.
Yeah, that is true.
So if you know that you're in that situation, then practically you could just set the timer.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a really good one actually. And the last one, having something that is distracting for the kids. Not necessarily distracting, but an activity book, something that keeps them engaged. Some kids like to colour, some kids like to, even if it's read. I had a sister who actually said during the meeting she's reading a little book with her daughter. Like,
She's reading.
not loudly, but she's like whispering, and the lion said this and
Stop it.
she actually said that. And to be
Stop
fair,
it.
that keeps the child quiet. That keeps the child for the little.
Okay, why doesn't she read the Bible?
She Moses said to the bush, bro. I don't think that's as exciting
Why
as
doesn't she read the Bible?
learning about
If it's
the
about
lion.
reading.
Yeah, they would smack that right over my hand.
Oh my
She's not even
days.
interested.
That's interesting. I hear you with the activity book still. I mean, so at some point, literally with the twins, we brought the house. We literally brought everything. Coloring, painting,
Nope.
like little fidgety things. We brought it all. We brought it all. But now, from like 2 suitcases that we take to the meeting to maybe one backpack.
And they each have their own, so they
Yeah.
have whatever they put in.
Exactly.
They put inside. So I think that's a good example as well. I think. It
But
does
when
keep
do
them
you
distracted.
stop that?
I know you can't have a 15-year-old who's doing.
Who's like
He might not be colouring, but he might be doing something else. So I feel like
it
that.
can be. I think when does that? I feel like that's a good thing to think about. Like when do we start carrying so much stuff? Even things like snacks and like.
Oh my gosh, the eating.
Yeah, the eating at the hall.
I always feel bad. There's crumbs on the floor at the end of every.
My section.
It's like, bring the hoover. Don't worry, I got it. I'm cleaning tonight.
I'm cleaning every night.
That is true.
Literally. Yeah.
But for me, that works now. That is one thing that I will always hands up. Like, I will put my hands up and say they are big eaters in the home. Whether it's biscuits, whether it's grapes, whether it's actually sometimes I take milk because I'm like I can't. I just whatever it is that you need to sustain you for the next hour and a half. Let's do it. So I'm a big fan of that. But I think it's a good point. I think just understanding when to
stop
curb it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously I try and stop it with her. She's a bit older. I'm like, you don't need all these things. But then Faye is doing it, so I can't really stop it for her.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have to ride this boat a little longer, but I don't know when to actually be like, no, you can sit for an hour and a half without eating. Like, you're not starving, you're gonna be okay.
You won't die.
I don't
You'll be okay.
That.
Yeah.
But it's a good question.
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe that's what we can ask people.
We can try and figure that out.
Let's try to figure that out next week. This is nice, Or.
It was, actually.
I enjoyed that.
I did.
We'll see you next time.
Until then.